Folks, this is Fernando doing another video for the More Survivalist, and today I'm showing you a tool that I've thought about buying for quite some time. For some reason, never got around to it until now, and this is the ResQMe tool. Quick car escape. Basically, if you're not familiar with it, it's a keychain tool. It's expected to be attached to your car keys that has a glass breaker and seatbelt cutter. You pull from it, detaching it from the keys in the ignition, right? And you can use the seatbelt cutter or the glass breaker with pressure. I don't know why I haven't bought it until now. I guess that I've always had with me something else that could have been used along with it. I used to have this in my car keys, Boker. A tool that has a glass breaker. It's not though as good as this. I also have my folder, which is pretty solid and could be used for smashing a window, or my multi-tool, which actually has a seatbelt cutter. That is probably better at cutting than this blade right here, giving that it's a better hook geometry for cutting. Now the thing is this. I wanted to have something that's actually attached to the car keys that's specifically intended for glass breaking and seatbelt cutting, but also something that can be used by my wife or maybe even my kids in case of an emergency. This is easier to use, given that it has that pressure system for breaking a window than smashing with physical force with some of these other options. Okay. So let's get to it. This is pretty simple, straightforward. It's actually made in the United States, made in the US. Okay, you're gonna get to focus there. Made in the US, quick car escape, lifesaver tool. And here you have a few little pictures that basically give you an idea of the possible situations in which you may end up using this. The car catches fire and ruining the electric system, and you cannot unlock the doors. A trapped baby, or the car falls in the water, or something that actually happens here quite often where I am now is that you have these riadas, where you have the streams that are mostly dry, being close to the coast, that during rainy seasons, or if there's a pretty big storm, the water just is one of these fast floods, right? That all of a sudden flood a place, and people actually park their cars there. Sometimes the river just takes them, the quick waters just drag them into the Mediterranean, because that's not where you should be parking your car. Car accidents as well. The car goes sideways or something like that, and you have to get out of there. All these possible cases in which you're trapped in your car. The original. Okay, so yeah, pull, cut seat belts, break window. Let's actually open it and see what we have in there. Ironically enough, getting the escape tool out of here is not as easy. Let's actually use the tool intended for that. I know how clumsy this looks, but I'm actually doing this with, keep in mind, I'm doing this with the camera between my hands, alright? Alright. So yeah, it's pretty lightweight. And yeah, I think it's a better idea not to have this, or not. Maybe I would try both, see how it goes. This would go along there. Bulky, yeah, a little bit bulky, but not overly heavy, which is something good. You don't want heavy stuff in your car ignition, all right? So keep heavy items away from your car keys. I went for the bright. There was a black version of this as well, but I went for the bright, more visible color, giving that this is not a tactical type of situation where you want to be going unnoticed. This is something that you want to be very visible, so the orange color does make sense. So let's try it that way. Maybe using this one first. Okay, so it basically goes hanging this way. You pull it and you get your seatbelt cutter tool there, which is, keep in mind the messy situation you may be involved in. So maybe having a blade like this, more likely to cut someone accidentally, not as likely to happen, or almost impossible to accidentally cut someone with this, unless a little bit of flesh gets in there. But yeah, for cutting through a seatbelt. And then you have that glass breaker, which is activated by pressure. So you have your window, you press against it, and it does that little, has a little striker in there that smashes into the window. Let's see if I can actually get to see it. There, you see that little tip? This is what actually breaks, focus, there it is. That's what actually breaks the glass, alright? So it's a very quick motion, slams, and due to the speed, breaks the glass. Maybe you need a couple tries, and you usually do this on one of the edges of the window, right? Okay, that's the place where we want to be breaking, where it's the most fragile, on the edge. Bam, there you go, and you break it. Guys, just a little thing that maybe you haven't already, hope you do, and if not, consider buying it. I'm going to be leaving the link below in Amazon. I think it's like 10 bucks or something like that. I don't know, it's, yeah, kind of like that insurance thing that you hope you never use, but you know, that's what preparedness is all about, right? Guys, take care, have a great day, see you on our next video.